Hey there! Thanks for joining us on this next lesson, as we get into the details of transportation and specifically how to get to your destination. The earlier you plan ahead for your trip, often the better your itinerary will be and the more money you'll save.
If you're studying abroad or away, you'll most likely be flying to your temporary home. You'll need to plan for this flight and accompanying transportation to make your arrival as stress-free as possible. Before you finalize your program choice, do a quick search from your local airport to your destination. This will give you an idea of how much your main flight will cost. I think this number is crucial to setting up a realistic study away budget, which we'll talk more about in a future video.
Depending on your needs, you might want to set up an alert on your top flight options to notify you when the prices drop. Or you might be ready to book your flight as soon as you've been accepted to the program. It's totally up to you.
Another consideration is whether you'll book a one-way ticket or a return ticket. If you know you'll have to be home for a specific event following your semester, say a family holiday or a summer internship, then you might go ahead and book the return flight. If your plans are flexible, you might want to book each flight separately so you can stay as long as you'd like. As another option, I simply changed the return date for my flight, which my university had already paid for so that I could travel for longer.
If you're not crossing any oceans, you might be able to look into trains or buses as an alternate mode of transportation. While these options are a bit slower, you could save some serious bucks, so they could be worth a few extra searches online.
You'll also want to plan how you'll get from the airport, or train or bus station, to your final destination. Depending on your program, your meeting location might be at the airport, at the city center, or at the university. Do your research in advance so you know exactly how you'll get to that predetermined meeting point from the airport. There might be a metro, a bus, or other public transportation that makes this trip really easy. In some places, it might be the easiest to take a taxi or Uber on your first day.
Getting your transportation in order is an important step in setting yourself up for success on your study away trip. While this isn't a big deal, it's the kind of thing that can quickly get your trip off to the wrong start. Here are some questions to think about. Will you fly? If so, will you book a return ticket before you leave? Are there any other things you need to arrange to safely and easily get to your destination? That wraps up transportation. But if you have any more questions, head over to the Q&A section of this course to ask. It's time to move on to the next lesson, where we want to talk about budgeting. See you there.